Alright, today I am gonna have some fun. Well, if your understanding of fun is disassembling what you have already assembled. As you can see here, the transfer case is already assembled. However, I have realized a little too late that these thrust washers that came with the kit are all the same thickness, which are quite thin. But some of the stock thrust washers of this transfer case were quite thick compared to those, and I realized a little too late that I actually used some of those all thin ones where the thick ones should have been used. Because I trusted the kit fully, I thought they had everything, but then I realized some of them were missing. Especially there were some bearings and washers missing that I had to use my old ones for, and that's when I came to the realization that something was wrong. Also, the needle bearings that you need to assemble freehand were also missing, so I had to use my old ones right here. And that's a good tip: always save your old stuff until everything is completely assembled. So I'm glad I saved these old ones because I ended up using some of them. The other thing, use the manual if you can, get it if you can, because it did help me a ton. Like, it has all the necessary information you need to assemble the sub-assemblies like this one or this one. Particularly because I had taken my time to come back to this, I had forgotten a lot of stuff and the photos were not helping me in some occasions. So again, use the resources that I told you. Now, because this thrust washer is thick originally and the one I put in is quite flimsy that came with the kit, I don't feel comfortable using it as is, because the thicker bearing or the thicker washer will have less play compared to the thinner one, and there is no way I can diagnose that before putting this to use. And once everything is said and done, it is a pain in the rear to take it off from the truck back to this table. So yeah, it is not ideal, but here we go. So hence the video, disassembly nobody asked for, but at least you'll see me disassembling this thing. And also, yesterday was kind of fun because I was trying out my external battery with the GoPro, and it turns out when you use the external battery together with the microphone doesn't pick up any sounds. So all my videos that I took yesterday were quiet. So I'll try to salvage as much as I can from those videos and do voiceovers. So here we go. You know, I was so proud that I was finally done with this assembly yesterday, particularly because of these snap rings that don't have any holes to them, so taking them apart could be a little pain. There is one. I'll try to make this as fast as possible because I don't know how much of it I can put in the video with the voiceover, but I have done many mistakes when I was assembling this thing that did prolong it more than it should have been. And I have some tips and tricks for you if you are interested, and I'll try to include them all in that. Now, this is a challenge for me to see if I can remember all the steps that I took and, without looking at the manual, assemble this whole ordeal. Alright, There's another snap ring here that needs to come off. But maybe, just maybe, this won't be as painful. Okay. So under this is your sliding clutch. Under this are the free flowing, let's say, needle bearings, as you can see down here. I'm not going to open it all the way up because I don't want those needle bearings coming out, but these are all free flowing needle bearings, so there is nothing binding them together except for grease and just the presence of this sliding clutch. And I figured yesterday that to assemble this, it is better to assemble it outside than inside, because I have dropped a lot of needle bearings right in this hole, which wasn't fun. But that was a lesson learned, and I thought I covered it in the video. Of course, what I didn't realize at the time was there was no sound, which sucks. Okay, another one. Once you do this a million times, like I did yesterday, these steps become relatively easy. And that goes to tell you or show you how important it is not to prolong this. Once you disassemble this thing, you just get to assembly as fast as you can before you forget stuff. And believe me, you will forget a lot of it. So, and of course, this video will be followed by an assembly video once I get everything in. And I'll try to salvage as much of the stuff that I shot yesterday as possible, so you can make use of those. Okay, so here is the problem. This thing. Well, I'll be damned, because it was actually thick. See, for once they had the right bearing in there and I just disassembled it. Oh well. I wish in real life you could rewind and then forget about this. But anyways, my bad, but at least you saw the disassembly. Now, that's it, folks. I hope you had a good laugh because of my mistake, but at least you saw the disassembly. I'll see you soon with the assembly video. Bye.